I am very nervous right now. Very nervous. So I'll just tell you stories, and then 5 minutes will be over, and then I can go. My name is Gachara, and I am probably one of the luckiest conductors of one of the most dynamic spaces in Kenya. And the other person who's even more lucky is in the audience right now, Boniface Mwangi. Let's appreciate him. Let's clap hands for him as I try to kill the butterflies in my stomach. I'm going to tell you a story about my friends. At the Nest, ideally we have literature that we share with the donors about the kind of things we do, and it is well displayed around. But most importantly, I want to introduce you to 3 people. And these 3 people clearly illustrate what it is that we try to do, where we want to go, and the kind of vision that we have for our own society. So meet Jim. Jim is a trained computer engineer, but in his heart, he's a multimedia dabbler. He loves to do everything around light, photography, cameras, and all manner of cool stuff. Meet Njoki. Njoki is a trained medical doctor, but in her heart, she loves stories. She loves women. She loves to talk about the stuff that most people don't want to talk about, and she likes cows. That cow is called Cinnamon. And this gentleman here is called Sunny. Sunny is a trained hotelier, but in his heart, he loves aesthetics and fashion and beautiful things. And so in their separate lives, these guys just do some commercial work for some ad agency or for a separate group of a hotel or something, and then they go home and they're tired. But when brought together and given the environment to be curious, to follow their imagination, and for that stuff to be made to matter, a lot of stuff can happen. And so the story is, these guys, through the Nest, are given a challenge. Follow your curiosity. What do you want to see in your society? And that's the kind of thing that the Nest provides to every young person who comes there. But they're not just follow your curiosity, but we have to have intense dialogue. There are some of the questions I hear around the Nest are like, what can we do with the fabric and henna? What can a fashion designer tell an architect and create that, and what can they create that's greater than a sum of the two? What can a medical doctor and a graphic designer talk about around sex and gender and sexuality? What is it that they can create that is greater than the sum of their parts? They create cool cultural products. And so there are several photographs that will follow in this presentation. But the most important thing, and that's what I want to communicate in this conversation today, when you allow people to dream, you allow people to believe in their dreams, you allow people to know that their dreams actually matter and that they can live in their own reality. That is not just about downloading that program that was made in that other country, but also their story matters. Then they start to be creative. Then they start to produce narratives like this, and their stories start to matter, and their lives become real to them. And that's the story of the Nest. And so we exist to make change by allowing people to be real people, so that then their stories can be the story of their city, of their country, of their generation. And so that's my work, to wake up every morning and conduct this big choir of people who are telling their own stories and eventually making the place they call home a cool place. I think I exhausted my 5 minutes. Thank you.